Good morning, everybody. This is the beginning of part 31. We're still doing the electrical. Today I'm going to be putting in this panel here. This was the one that has the 12 volt and the twin USBs. Twin USBs on this side. And it has the voltmeter in it. And an on and off switch. But anyway, what I'm doing is I've already marked out the area on above my other panel, and I lowered my other panel out of the switch panel, and you'll have to see. So I've taken this panel out of its hole so I have room to saw, and I've marked this out, and I've drilled holes in each corner. Now I'm going to saw out the hole and make it where the back of this here will fit in there, but leaving me enough of a lip to put the screws in and to hide any saw openings. So let's go ahead and give it a try here. And we're going to be using a jigsaw on this. Always make sure it stops before you pull it out. I'm always getting in a hurry and trying to pull it out, and I ended up, while the blade's still going, it makes a bunch of marks on the wood. Not good. Well, there it is. Let's see if I have to do any fine trimming. Well, it fits right in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this panel back in, get all the screws set the screws on this one, and then I'm going to go outside, I'm going to wire the outside, then I'm going to run the hot to it. And we're going to light this up so everybody can see what it's doing. All right, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, we're back around the other side here. Let me move you up a little bit. And I've wired these two wires in, the black and the white, which is the hot and the ground, the negative and positive. And I'm going to run them over here. I'm going to take this cover off of this Blue Sea fuse panel there. And what I have to do now is I've got to put these little connectors on the end so I can screw them into these terminals right here. So I'm going to do that next. So I want to adjust, here, this doesn't work down here. Get this cut off. Still taped at the bottom. Okay, what I want to do is run this one over here and come over to this panel right here. So I'll get my run figured out. I need to cut it right about there. So I'll cut that off. I'll take these strippers, and there's different size notches in these strippers here, and you just have to find the right one for the wire. This is 16 gauge, so it's this one right here. So it strips it off. You only need about that much. Maybe 3/8 of an inch or a little less. And my new pliers here, I finally figured out what my problem was. I was inserting in the wrong spot. I was inserting up here, and it's supposed to be down here. New pliers, you know, they look different. I can make all sorts of excuses for myself, but that's okay. Man, that crimps a lot easier now. I thought I was getting weak or something. So, the other one's gonna, let's see, I'll go around the same side and I'll come in right to there on the, this is the negative side, these up here, and this is the positive. These are all fused. So I'll cut this one right here. Strip it again. Same 16 gauge wire. Insert the connector in the proper slot. Crimp it down. Now, generally I would just use a screwdriver on this, but I don't have one around me, so I'm going to use the power one. I don't suggest doing it this way. Just use a regular screwdriver. It's a good way of stripping things if you're not careful. Okay, so I got my hot wire in. I'll have to pin that up a little better later. And there is my hot. You know what I forgot to do though? I forgot my red tape. Some people would say that taping these is a redundancy, but you know, I like what I like, and that's just the way I do things. As long as I don't drop this screw and lose it forever, I'll be okay. And there we are. So I'm going to go ahead and put some hangers up here like these here. Hold this wire steady. And I'm going to fire this thing up. So I'll get back with you in a minute. Okay guys, I got the wiring all tied in there. Got the cover back on it. So I went down here and I hooked in these two wires right here onto the back where the other two 12-volt battery wires come in. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the system on. Okay, let's go inside, see what we have. Yeah, you're getting the seat dirty again, aren't you? Okay, here we are. Let's turn this on. Well, that's pretty cool. That works. We got 12.7 volts there. And here's my switch panel. It should be lit up now. Yeah, see how that says kitchen light there? Cabin light. Water pump, fridge, blower, which is the fans, accessories, stereo, and DC outlets. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. So there we are. We've got a live DC socket there, 12 volt. We got our USBs all lit up, ready to roll. 12.7 amps. I mean watts. Volts. Oh boy. So anyway, that turns off. This is still on. Cool. Now I'm going to wire from these switches. At the bottom of these switches, there's a tab on each one of those, and that's where my hot wires will come off. And the ground wires will just go over to the ground bus. Now I can run these 12 circuits, these 8 circuits into the bus now, which I've already ran 2. I've ran this one and the one for the bathroom. I ran it underneath the bed here. I've still got to finish that up too. I got to hook that in. So we made a little bit of headway. I'm happy. I'll catch you guys in a little bit.